Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining today's session. And this is our first session on 2025. And I like to discuss about the latest announcement from the reInvent about AWS knowledge base, leveraging the Nova model. So I try to cover all the session in less than 30 minutes. If not possible, I will try to have a two separate session, one for knowledge base with the structured data and one for knowledge base with the graph data. Let me first focus on a graph data first. Before going there to the knowledge base with the graph data, I'd like to share you some quick information about the Nova model. On a reInvent, Amazon announced the new set of models completely built by Amazon. There are I say six models are there. So we are going to touch base 2, 3 models in this session, but future we will try to cover more on other models. So we have a understanding model and creating a content generation model. See, there are some model named Micro, Amazon Nova all the models comes under the Amazon Nova. Previously, we used to have a Titan model. Under that, we have an embedding model under the Titan. But for the text generation, you can start using this. It has a better price versus performance. Okay, I have written a blog on what is the price performance between the OpenAI models and what is the price difference between the Anthropic versus no model. In the flurry of models, we have around 45 plus models currently in Bedrock model. Nova is the models and comes under the Nova is best among the price versus performance model. Let's first on the micro. There are model named Micro, Light, Pro, and Premier. Currently, I'm going to touch on the Pro model, and you can create a Canva using a Nova canvas. Previously, you can see we used to have Amazon Titan generator, and also under the Bedrock model, we have a stability.ai models. Okay, STX model was there. Stability, yeah, the stability AI model was there. But you can try out with the canvas, which is a new set of image generation model. And then we have Amazon Nova Reels, where you can currently it supports only 6 seconds of the videos you can create with your images, but future they planning to have a more the time duration of them, which is the model which create the video, the time duration is going to be get long. Okay, currently we are focusing on the knowledge base. Just I want to touch upon the Nova because I tried to compare how the Nova is performing against Amazon Titan as well as a Claude. I am now very happy. It's really faring better than the Amazon text generation, Titan text generator, and it's on par with the Anthropic model. Okay, Anthropic Claude Sonnet 3.5 model. Okay, so to the people who never been into the my session before, we have last year we had touched upon the knowledge base many times. This year we are starting. So just a quick primer. So this is most of the enterprises are using the RAG architecture. This is how the simple RAG architecture. First, there are two parts. I try to make it very simple. There is an ingestion part where you will you will load your proprietary data and use the embedding model, store into the vector database. When the user query prompt with any information, and the same prompt will use the same embedding model, check from the database and get the response, and along with the user query, along with the vector response, that information will be fed into the large language model, which I say augmented that prompt and send it to the large language model to get the response. Under the Bedrock, you have a lot of models under that AI to one model jumbo models, and you can have a Nova model and the Titan model. The Nova model is the newest model we are talking about. And of course, all the Anthropic Claude models and Meta model, Mistral and Cohere models are available. Okay. So this is a very simple about the knowledge base. Previously, we used to, last year we can see a lot of updates are happening where there is a hybrid search where you can have a multiple data source and you do the hybrid search and you can have a metadata filtering. I will show some example metadata how on the graph. So if you want to live within particular metadata, the response you can give metadata filtering. And multiple data connectors was there. Okay, it started with only S3, then we can see this connect to the SharePoint. You can connect your internal data source like a Salesforce, all those things. Then chunking is very important. It based on that your retrieval time optimization will be taken care. So those are the features was keep adding from the last year announcement to before the reinvent. Yes, it supports Terraform. It supports CDK if you want to provision the end-to-end. And of course, you can use your cloud formation to provision the knowledge base end-to-end. Foundation model parsing. When before storing the data, it will able to parse the information and then store it to the vector database. Okay, that is also available. Then we have an API where you can call the inference parameter for the RAG API. And the query reformulation was there. But this year, the lot of announcement happened. So structured data, which connect to your structured database, simply put up like a natural for your structured database, like a Redshift, the data is on the Redshift or any structured table format. You can prompt via your natural language and get the SQL. It's natural language to SQL to the response in the natural format. That is what the structural data. We are going to touch a demo on it. Okay. Then we can have a graph data. This is very beautiful. Okay. See, when come to some certain use case, right? Like fraud analytics or say if you want to identify the relationship between one node to another node or one edge to another node or one entity to another entity in a stock market or anything, right? This graph come into the picture. I kind of show you some difference on how the RAG is different between the structured data. We start today demo on the structured data, and the next session quickly we will go on the knowledge base. Okay. Sorry, with the GraphRAG. Okay. And we also have a multimodal data processing. I'll find out the multimodal data processing, re-rank API, and RAG evaluation in some other session soon. Previously, if you want to do the sync, we have to every time call via API. I created one SDK where the Lambda function, schedule the Lambda function, which always run the sync on the Bedrock API before that. Now it is, you can have a real-time data sync also. So these are all the announcement on 2024. And again, right, this RAG is not like a one time you set up, everything is done. Okay. So when come to the enterprise, it's all start from the data. You need to have better data strategy for the generative AI, whether you're keeping your structured data or unstructured data, and how frequently you want to do the sync and how clean the data is, all those things in the RAG infrastructure, what kind of model you're going to use for the, and what kind of parsing strategy and which kind of model which you are going to use for embedding and whether you want to have what kind of model you're using for the text generation or the what kind of use case you have. Let's say if you want to have a text generation out from your RAG, then you need to have a model which can create a better text response. So it's all start with the simple. Then again, you can evaluate whether it is ground with the quality of the retrieval and it's a ground with the truth. If it is 0.7 ground with the truth, you allow that response. So you can do the evaluation. That is also available as part of the Bedrock knowledge base evaluation. Then, of course, you can make sure it is secured by putting under the guardrail all is well. Okay. So this is a continuous improvement and it's not like one time you do it all fine. Okay. Okay. Without further ado, I want to touch base into the lab today. Let's see the knowledge base using the structured data. Let's see. I'm gonna currently this desktop shoot. Okay. Okay. Here you go. I'll walk, you can, I just to quickly walk through so that you can follow me easily. Okay. So if we go here, I create multiple knowledge base. This is the plain vanilla data, three knowledge base. I'll give you the example difference between these two. So here I created this knowledge base. Previously, it's done, I say 6 months back. I remember I have created a little bit long back. Oh, okay. It is almost 3 months back. So here I'm using a Pinecone as a vector database. You can see this is a Pinecone vector database and using a Titan text modeling embedding for this one. Here I have metadata. Here, this is what I'm saying. You can do some filtering here. Okay. Um, then we create a knowledge base. Come to the Bedrock, AWS Bedrock. You can create a knowledge base. Before you can have only vector store. Now you can create a structured data store or a Kendra index. Kendra index is a managed vector store, or I say it's an end-to-end data pipeline. Everything will be taken care by the Kendra agent index, but we are going to touch upon only the vector and structured data store. If you want to do the structured data store, click on a structured data store, and you need to select the Redshift. Currently, the query engine it's only the Redshift is was provided. You can create multiple things in the future. So, okay. So you just need to select and just to create next, and it'll ask for about the work group you want to create. You have create a work group, and it will ask for the catalog. I have dev catalog. You can directly connect to your Glue database also. You can have a multiple database, multiple tables here, but you need to give it in this particular format. Okay, say data glue database name dot table and glue database name dot table two, and you can have a multiple name here. Okay, so this is about connecting to your metadata, and it is about connecting to the database. Okay, and I'm going to use a serverless because it is a new offering and it is really good. Okay, I tried it. Before loading data, I tried. Okay, go to the Redshift. Okay, I have it. I think so. Yeah, this is a Redshift. Go to the Redshift database, and before creating it, I went to the serverless database and created one serverless database here. Okay, if you want, you can create a new database also. 1 minute. I will select a different region and try to show you. Ohio, come here to the serverless database. Create work group. No, I not created a work group. Work group will be done if you want to put it under certain VPC. But I created a vector database. 1 minute. All created under the this is under the default namespace. I created this one, and for now you can get a $300 credit if you are creating a new database under the for the first time. And I created it today, so it will be expiring on April 19, 2025. Where is the query editor? Okay, from here you can create also. So I created one database here. So there is a serverless database. But the data I loaded, right? I just loaded under the by running the command. Okay, if you look at it, you can load the data directly. If you click on a load data, load from local file, I kept it under the history path. I just loaded it and it automatically, okay, I can show you guys, show you nothing. Okay, download data dot, okay, if you are doing it from, it's only 4 MB is allowed. If you are doing it from that, load from S3 bucket only. So under the bucket, demo, okay, and under that you have a structure. Okay, this data set is about the financial spending by the Indian. Uh, what kind of spending people are doing. Okay, so next history bucket, it asks whether you want to create a new table. If you click on the new table, you just need to give a say finance Indian spending. It automatically, it's a CSV file, 2025. Okay, 24. Okay, keep it. It automatically find that column name and the data type and everything, and you can create a table. Before that, you can create this IAM role. I already created IAM role. I can create with this. You can click schema. So you can, I put it under the public schema. If you want, you can create a different schema. This is all happening under the existing small work group I have created for the serverless. Okay. If you really want to create under some particular VPC, you better create a separate work group under the particular VPC and do it. If I click on low data, what will happen, right? It just should try to use this IAM role and table is created. So I need to run. So this is a query. It within few minutes, the data is loaded successfully. Okay. Then what do you need to do, right? This is very important. Okay. We need to go through the documentation. After done, you need to get the IAM role which you created for this knowledge base. First, we created a knowledge base, correct? If we go to the knowledge base, so if you go to the knowledge base, you have your structured data. Under the structured data, you can see this is the IAM role which is created. You take this IAM role and run this create user and keep this format IAM role and this one with the password is disabled and run this because you when the large language when you are prompting from your RAG, right? It uses role to connect to the Redshift to get the response for you. Okay. So this is what happened. I already created the knowledge base for the interest of that time. So if you see, this is the Redshift database I have connected. So it's the Redshift work group. This is the work group. This is the IAM role, and this is a database. Okay. I connected with, and then you can run a sync. Okay. If you want to edit, if you want, you can create a one more this one. Okay. So this data set, right? Let's go and run this, understand this data set. Okay. So if you go here, if you refresh, it'll be two table. Previously, it was only one table. Now we created one table, correct? So it should be two table now, but that's okay. Native database, dev, public, and that you will have two database, but both are same data. So we just go with this select table. Okay, and limit 200. You run this now, you can get the response here. So this is the income, age, dependent, occupation, city type, rent, loan, and it's about the spending on it. Okay, so let's say if you want to have an answer in a natural language. Okay, so what we can do, right, in a structured data, you can go here under this knowledge base, select the model. This is where I want to touch the Nova Pro. Okay, if I click on use Nova Pro, here I'm selecting the model Nova Pro. Okay, and of course I want to test with some predefined prompt. So I have some prompt ready with me. Okay. So let's common thing, right? I'm a good food, big foodie. I'll see what is answer coming. So what is the average spending for eating outside? So it will retrieve and generate the response. It will retrieve, it will look at this. It will, if you click on it, it will give you where it is the data is taken from. Of course, it is taken from the this one. The average spending on the eating out is approximately 1,461. Okay, let's go a little bit this one. What is this average spend? Okay, ongoing. Please check. Okay, let's clear it and send it. Where is the answer? Okay, So this response is coming from select model. Nova. What is the above average spend on the tier to city? Okay, for the rent, how much spend in the tier to city? So they are saying it the 8,461. Okay. So then we can say, what about the entertainment? How much average spending for the entertainment in a tier 1 city? Mm. Which age group is making more money and spending more money? Let's ask some complex question. Let's see whether it is able to come with the answer. Wow, it's taking so much time. Be at the back end, it is great. The average group making us and spending more is 33-year-old, which is an average income of 44,000 and average total spending of 33. Following closely the age group are 47 and 60. Okay. See, these are all the data it is coming up. So this is about converting the, you see this one, right? It is taking a chunk and retrieving the response. Okay. Let's have the same kind of question using a different model. Currently, it's using a Java model, right? Let's see. If I say retrieve and response, orchestration, okay. Generate SQL query. Here, if I'm say if now I'm saying retrieve and response generation, data source and model. Now what am I saying is I'm just running this. Let's go with the model only. Which age group is making more money and spending less money? Run this. So this is the command we need to use. Just creating this one. Okay, can I run this command here? Okay, so I'm not a SQL developer, but I'm trying my best. And let's see. Wow, okay, age is 3, our spending is 1. Okay, so this is what we can do using this. Okay, a retrieval generation. Okay, so 1 minute. Mm, this is for orchestration, not okay, but this is a retrieval and responses what we can control. So retrieval only. Okay. Okay, this is one issue I'm facing whenever I'm running this frequently. But okay, so that's all I want to see. I can see whether the other models are doing better on this. Okay, let's say Sonnet. Oh, Sonnet V2 model I can do. Okay, same question I run. Oh, I need to set up the throughput for this. Let us use our old model. See, the purpose I want to walk you through is you can understand the nitty-gritty and you can try from your own for your use case. See, based on the data, yes, spending less money. Which age group is making more money? Let's run this. So, where are you? They say that the highest income of the 23-year-old with the maximum income of, see, still it is connecting which age group I'm asking, but it is saying 33-year-old is making an income of, I say it's 10 lakhs something. Okay. Okay, this is what we can do using your in natural language to SQL or natural language to response connected to your structured data. That's all for the today demo, and stay tuned. I'm gonna follow up the another demo with the knowledge base with a GraphRAG. Okay, like the same way how we have done step by step. Just a quick recap I'll give you. First, we need to create a data. We need to come to the Redshift, create a serverless Redshift. And as I mentioned, we get a $300 free trial. Feel free to go explore and try it. Okay. And then we can load the data. The data you can be in S3. Currently, it is in a CSV format. We load the data. And after loading the data, come to the knowledge base, create a knowledge base. Then after creating a knowledge base, the IAM role will be created. Then you need to come to the query editor and run this permission. I told you, right? This is a permission to give a permission for the particular IAM role for the knowledge base to connect to this database. So create user IAM role, and this is the URL with the password, and select the database name which you want to give. This is the one I which done it before to this particular IAM role. Then what you can come and connect to this knowledge base like this. Okay, this is a new feature added. They evaluate. I will check through a few more ideas and how we can demonstrate. They evaluate. That's all, uh, guys, today for the structured data using Amazon knowledge base. Stay tuned. I'm going to touch about the graph knowledge base in the next immediate session. Have a great day.